So this room is really interesting. I'm gonna set a save state. So to activate this cutscene, you have to like go away from the mirror and then come back to it, and then you can skip the cutscene. But there's a really cool skip where we'll end up inside the dream block. So if you do this normally, you know, you'll skip the cutscene and you go up here. But there's a pretty easy to learn skip where we're going to do an extended hyper and then do an up left dash kind of into the corner of this. And then we end up inside the dream block, which is very silly. I don't really understand why this happens, but your Y distance is the same, and we just get put in the middle of the room. So then you can just dash up. Ta-da! It's really not super precise. So just do an extension, up left, and bam, we're in the dream block. That time I was a lot lower. You could see Baddie's feet, which is kind of funny. But if you do that, you'll end up in the dream block, and there you go. Kind of fun. Kind of little fun checkpoint skip that saves, or cutscene skip that saves a little bit of time. Let me go skip the cutscene first before talking to Mr. Oshiro. So if you don't hit the talk button, you don't activate the cutscene, and therefore, this has happened to very many speedrunners. You're back here, and that is sad.
Oh my. That must be so painful in a run.
It is very painful. I've done it in many runs before. So you do not want to do that. Make sure you actually talk to Mr. Oshiro and then skip the cutscene.
And so, if you do mess up during a run, just keep going. It's not the end of the world.
Yes, keep going. It's gonna be okay, unless you're like, you know, doing really high level resets. It's going to be all right for your first couple of runs. Don't sweat about it. So what I recommend that you do, you can do an extension into here, and that just allows you to get on this wall, and you don't have to touch the right section at all. I'll show that again. Oh, I didn't clear my save state.
Whoops.
Get good at clearing your save states. I am still bad at it. So will this mess up? Like, let me hit the button actually. I'm gonna hit the button to that room here. So when you're practicing demo dash, you want to take this checkpoint, because if you don't, you're gonna have to start all the way at the far end of the room. But there's you know, images and tutorials and things of how this works. I'm not an expert on this. I kind of just know how to do it. But essentially what's gonna happen is I'm gonna grab the wall, go up 1 pixel on the wall, do a full height jump, and when Badeline is at the peak of her jump, I will input, I'm gonna do a tap left and input my demo dash, which is my semicolon key. And I'm a little out of practice, so we'll see how it goes. So yeah, there I believe I did not hit the left button early enough. There I was a little bit low. That's what you want to see happen. So yeah, there's a 1 pixel setup, a 2 pixel setup. There's a lot of nuance that goes into this. If you're interested, I recommend that you ask questions in the Celeste Discord. They have a lot of specifics there. I just wanted to show it because I know it's something that people are curious about and kind of how it works. Oops, I didn't mean to hit. If you hit the tilde key when you're in debug, you can see hitboxes. And so you can kind of see that, oh yeah, there's a space. And that's how we were able to demo dash through it. Is this, here's Theo again, skip that cutscene, snag this button. And I'm gonna go up. And this is a room that's pretty famous for a strategy called Depth's Corner Boost, or DCB. I'm not consistent at it at all. You don't need to be consistent at it at all for a sub hour, but it's fun. And I'm gonna just briefly show how it works because I think it's cool. And even if you get the first part of it and not the actual corner boost, it's still worthwhile. So basically, I'm gonna set my save state. If you jump up left, you can get to this block and climb on top of it. And then past that, you're going to do a hyper to the right as it retracts. And that's gonna allow you to get some speed. I wasn't holding jump long enough, but see, I flew across the room, which was awesome. But what we're really trying to do is you see this platform right here? You wanna jump off of this platform, and that's gonna help us get upright. So I'll show you. See there, I didn't hold jump long enough. Same. Ta-da! I usually do it with a reverse. So you might have seen me, you know, I down lefted first. You don't have to do it with the reverse, but then you jump off of there, dash up right, and you get all the way here, which is where we're trying to go. So that's a really fun strat. And the second cutscene here, we're gonna skip it, and this is back to search, which we talked about a little bit earlier. What you're gonna do called search skip. If you played this casually, you picked up a bunch of keys that allowed you to unlock the thing. So, but instead, once you get to this bubble, dart straight to the left, get to this area where you see the little lines that's telling you the right place to go. And we're gonna talk about search skip again for those of you who might be coming in. So this is a application of the reverse technique where you dash one way and jump the other. So what we're gonna do is a reverse super. So don't press down, just dash to the right and jump to the left, and then up, left, dash. This is the biggest skip in any percent with 5A. Very, very useful and not too strenuous. Highly recommend that you learn this. So jump to the right, dash to the right, jump to the left, and up, left, dash, and that is search skip. Gonna remember to clear the state. So yeah, that's and then that way you'll bonk it and you'll be safe. So I'll show that one more time. So I go on the bottom of the block, scooch up. No, I accidentally hit it before it hit the block. Oh, I did it again. Come on, Seeker. Come on, Seeker. I believe in you. Thank you. Sometimes that will happen. And that's okay. All right, try that again. You'll go here and you'll kind of bonk within there. So, you know, try and get a comfortable sense of the visual cue that works best for you. You do a hyper buddy hop and jump again, and you'll fly all the way over here. You want to let go of jump, I believe, like, let me see. I kind of know it more by feel than by. This is the key skip. So typically you have to take this bubble downward and take a bubble up to get this key. But what we're gonna do, come into this room, and I'm gonna set a save state on the top of this wall. You're gonna jump. You jump off the wall, and then with your second jump button, jump off the right side of the wall. And I'm only holding the up button, not holding any other directions when I do this. So jump, jump, dash, dash. And you can get up here, grab the key, and then retry. Let me clear my state. So yeah, you grab this key, and then you retry, you still have the key. And that skip is really neat. Definitely recommend learning it. You just got, that's a pretty nice visual cue for that room. This is door skip, a very infamous room. Saves you a lot of time if you get it. That's a joke, like it saves a little bit of time, but it's not too bad with a demo button. So dash to the right, and then you just demo under this door, and then dash to the right, upright, and demo under this door. With a demo button, it's pretty accessible. I think it's worth learning. The things that'll happen is like, yeah, there you dashed a little bit too high, but you know, for the most part, this is pretty lenient. Just got to get used to where you dash under the door. Yeah, it saves a lot of time. So, yeah, the world record is